Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear Yoga TXers. Thank you for tuning in with me. My name is Echo, and I am here on a very typical rainy day in UK, and you can see my beautiful backdrop. Sometimes that has a blue sky behind it, but today we just have a lot of grayness. So today's practice is going to be a practice of grounding and slowness. So we will do some standing postures and kind of mid-level postures, but this is an all levels class and just something nice to really ground yourselves when you're feeling a need to come back into the body, which I feel is always come back into the breath, and just take some time to kind of feel your roots in the ground. So that being said, let's start sitting. You can cross the ankles, let the hands rest on the knees, let the spine be nice and long. Close the eyes down and come into the breath, equal inhalations and exhalations through the nostrils. Notice if there's any twitching in the body, any contraction, just soften on each exhalation. Let the belly be free, relax the shoulders, muscles in the forehead. You can even take some jaw circles if you need. Sometimes we get some tightness in the face here. Let's take the right ear to the right shoulder, stretch the left arm out to the left side. Fingertips can touch down lightly on the ground. And don't overstretch in this practice. So in yoga, a lot of times we're taught to go for the maximum. This isn't a workout. It's just allow yourself to soften, and you want to feel the length in the left side of the neck without so much effort. Left hand comes back on the knee, left ear to left shoulder. Stretch the right arm out lightly, fingertips touching down on the ground. And very soft, your fingers are just touching the ground very lightly. Less effort. So the Taoist practice of Wu Wei, less force. So that lead you in today's practice. Consistently moving the breath in and out of the nostrils, listening for that ocean-like sound. And come back to center, drop chin to chest. So feel the back of the neck grow long. And then bring the head back behind you, looking up towards the ceiling. And inhale, head back to center, pause. So integrative moments. Let's take an inhale, very slowly raise the arms up, slight back bend, open the chest, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, heart center. Head bowing towards the heart. Just a moment of pause here. Any intention that you want to bring in the practice today can just simply be presence or patience, curiosity. Depends on what's happening for you in your life right now. Maybe there's something to let go of, something to invite in. And let the next breath cycle be that initiation. So take an inhale through the nostrils, exhale, you can sigh out or sound if you like. Can flutter the eyes open and bring the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders. Elbows pointing forward, stretch the elbows up and back. Find a focal point forward and continue to move. Elbows move up and back very slowly. Once more in this direction. Let's move in the opposite direction. So just notice if there's any stickiness in the scapula and the shoulders. So if we have tight deltoids, if there's any contraction in the shoulders, you might need to move slower than me, and your elbows might not be pointing forward. That's okay. Each body is different. Last round, and let the hands come down. So we inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right, right hand down behind you, left hand on the right knee. Look back over the right shoulder, but don't stress the neck too much. We're not trying to crank the neck all the way back. Just let it go where it naturally goes. The twist is coming from the belly. Take an inhale, reach up. And exhale to the left. Head looking back behind. Let's come back to center. Keep the hands down and come onto all fours. So tabletop position. Wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's take an inhale, let the belly drop down, look forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Make it nice and slow. Inhale, belly drops, look forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops, look forward. And exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. Now continue to move, but begin to add some circles. You can sway the hips back on the exhale. There's no right and wrong here, so just begin to move with your own body. Let the elbows bend. You can let out any sighs if you need. As you come forward, it might feel good to stretch an arm up and get some length through the lateral sides of the body. And this is just that time of self-exploration, so just notice what feels good in your body. Maybe you want to move a little bit slower, maybe a bit more dynamic. We'll take 4 more rounds of breath here. And come back up to tabletop. Once in tabletop, tuck the toes under, and we're going to sit back onto the heels. So make sure even the pinky toes are tucked under. Sit back onto the heels. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands resting on the thighs. So you might begin to feel a heat in the feet. So meridians, myofascial lines, if you've practiced with me before, my favorite posture. We're waking up any stagnant energy in the feet, which is also that symbolic connection to our rooted nature, the earth element. So just tuning in if you're feeling a lot of discomfort or heat or frustration in this posture. Is there any places in your life that you're feeling a little unrooted, ungrounded? So just moving this energy can really bring us into the trunks of our body and revitalize. Let's take an inhale, stretch the arms up, staying on the toes, and begin to flick the fingers up. So we're bringing heat now into the upper body as well, into the fingers, and move a little bit faster. So it might seem like you're not doing much here, but you'll begin to feel the forearms light up and ignite. This is good for carpal tunnel syndrome or any issues in the wrists and the joints of the fingers. Keep flicking. Bring the hands out to the side, still flicking to the sides. The arms are probably lighting up a little bit here. Keep flicking. Try to go a little bit faster if possible. And come forward. So kind of like we're flicking rain off of the fingers. So this is a wonderful exercise to do to warm up the wrists before you're doing vinyasa. We're not going to go too crazy in vinyasa today. But good strengthener for us yogis that have some soft arms at times. Let go. Bring the hands down and turn the fingers towards the knees and just pat the feet out. Okay, you can stop here. And then as the wrist point forward, lean back just a little bit. You'll feel that forearm stretch. So for anyone that has any tightness in the arms, this is a wonderful stretch to do, to go at your edge. We're not going into pain, just a bit of discomfort. You might even take some circles. Move in the opposite direction. Let's come back to neutral. So come back to tabletop position, tuck the toes under, lift the knees just a couple of inches, so engaging the core, building the heat here in the belly. Keep the shoulder blades moving down the back. Stay here. Take another inhale. And exhale, press the hips up high, create that V-shaped downward facing dog. Palms press in, feet press into the earth, heels back. And even in this posture, so much is happening in this inversion, getting the back line to lengthen and release. Let's take an inhale and step the right foot forward between the hands, bring the left knee down, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Sink into the right knee. Open the heart space a bit, shoulders down the back. Take another inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee. Looking back over the right shoulder, twisting into the belly. So a good digestive twist for the stomach here. Continue to breathe in and out of the nostrils. Take another inhale. And exhale, slowly untwist, turn to the left. So this is going to be a bit confusing, might need to watch me. Turn to the left. Left foot comes behind the left heel. Set the hands down. Keep the right knee open. So into a gate pose. For some of us, we might have to be more upright with the back toes tucked, depending on how tight your hips are. If you can come down, maybe you come down onto the forearms. And you can kind of take little rocks to the side or little circles here, and we're just opening into that right hip a bit more. Maybe you need to come off the back heel a bit. Find what feels good for you to where you can still open into that right hip. And slowly bring the hands up. Come to standing on the left knee, stretch the right leg out to the side, left hand out to the left side, right arm stretching up and over. So modified side plank. So I'm going to scooch just so you can see me a little bit more in this frame. And then slowly come back to center. Bend the right knee and come forward towards the right foot. Step back, downward facing dog. V shape, heels down, palms down. Let the head hang. So even if the back heels never touch the ground, this isn't the goal. You just want to find length through the back leg. So notice if you are having a frustration with not getting the heels down, let it go. If you need to bend the knees a little bit to support your body, do. And step the left foot forward. Left knee bends, right knee comes down to the ground. Reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Sink into the left knee. Relax the shoulders, relax the muscles in the face. Find your focal point or drishti forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the left, right elbow outside the left thigh. Look back over the left shoulder. Take an inhale, reach up. And exhale, turn towards the right. Right foot comes behind the right heel. Set the hands down. And again, you can stay upright or you can come down onto the forearms. Keep the left knee bent, creating that square with the left knee. Maybe you find some little rocks to the side or circles. It's always funny when doing these postures on camera. I'm just putting my butt in your faces, so you can't really see what I'm doing to the side, but you got it on the other side. So come back onto the fingers and bring the right hand in line with the right knee. Left leg stretches out, left arm up overhead. So nice and long through the left side body in that modified side plank. And slowly come back through center. Turning forward, this time come onto the knees. We're going to take a child's pose. Create some space between the knees. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Forehead to the earth. Grounding. So at any point in the day or in our practices, so beautiful to come into this connection with humbling the mind towards the earth. I see the metaphor here as bringing the busyness of the mind to the stability and the grounded nature of the earth, whether you're on carpet or floorboards or dirt. So letting your heart space sink towards Pachamama. Take a deep breath in, deep sigh out. And slowly peel up. Move the hips over to the right side. Stretch the legs out in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. If you have a really tight back line, I encourage you to get couch cushions. You can put them under the seat. You can put them under the knee. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Slight dorsiflexion of the toes towards the knees. And slowly fold forward. When your back begins to round, this is your stopping point. So straighten the spine, stay on the palms, have a couch cushion in front of you or underneath the knees. I'll actually use a couch cushion to show. You can just fold right over the couch cushion and lay the head down. Paschimottanasana, especially if we have tight back lines. Such an important posture to do even for 5 minutes a day. And don't force yourself to go too far too quickly, because stay. The longer that you stay, the more natural your body will just organically go deeper. With every exhalation, maybe millimeter by millimeter it goes. And we might notice in yoga, we feel worse when we force ourselves to go deeper into postures than our body is ready. And slowly peel the chest up. Shorter Paschimottanasana for us today. Bend the knees, plant the feet, take a hold of the shins, and let's come down onto the back. And just begin to rock from side to side. Take a hold of the bottoms of the feet, let the knees go wide, happy baby. And because such an excellent name, just kind of embodying that childlike sense of wonder. Maybe you rock from side to side, extend one leg and the other. Let go of any rigid form here and just do what feels good. Sigh out if you need. And then straighten the legs straight up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you might be. Slight dorsiflexion of the toes towards the shins, hands on the belly or alongside the body, just inversion here, letting the blood come back into the vital organs, into the belly cavity. Good practice to do at the end of the day when we've been on our feet all day, or if we've been sleeping and lying down. Kind of like taking a little shot of espresso. The energy comes back into the upper body, slowly making its way to the heart, to the mind. And again, this posture can be really difficult for those with a tight back line. You might even want to put a couch cushion under your bum. Slight bend in the knees if you need to. So all of these postures are just tools for you to find modifications that feel best for your body. So if anything brings up pain, make sure to go into it less, or to find a way to modify it so it can be supportive to your practice. Let's set the feet down, hip width distance apart, knees fall together. Hands on the belly, or you can stretch them overhead, taking a hold of opposite elbows. Those with really tight shoulders and possibly big deltoids, this could be difficult. We got musculature in the arms. But if it feels okay and comfortable, you could take opposite elbows, opening the heart space a little bit more. And stretch the legs out in front of you, arms alongside the body. We're going to take a mini Shavasana. Not here for long. And for those of you that want a nice, long, juicy Shavasana, I encourage you to pause the video and just stay for as long as you need to ground your energy, to arrive back in your bodies. Let go of the chatter of the mind. Just fall into the breath. For the rest of us, when we're ready, we'll take an inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, get nice and long. A little shake of the body. Pull the knees into the chest, fall over to the left or right side. And when you're ready, come up to a seat. Sitting up nice and tall. Closing the eyes down. Always a beautiful way to finalize our practices. It's 3 to 5 mindful breaths in silence. So just being with all of the selves that exist within you, higher self, the heart, the mind, bringing them together. So let's take 3 rounds of deep breath in and out of the nostrils, just to be with our higher selves. And take an inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. And bowing head to heart. May we find grace and rest and peace wherever we are today, whether it is a rainy day like it is for me in the UK or a sunny day in Mexico. Take care of yourselves, and namaste. Gracias. Thank you for joining me today here in the UK. You can find me in all of the places down below, on my own personal YouTube channel as well. Different classes, retreats, trainings, programs online and around the world. And subscribe here for new videos every Monday, also with other amazing yoga teachers from around the world. And hope to see you again someday. Have a wonderful day.